Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Monday, January 13th. We have not posted a video in a couple of days because a lot of it was just reminding students to work on their presentation or their journals, which were pretty straightforward and simple. So if I threw you off, I apologize, but for the most part, I think my students know or knew what they were doing. But going forward, we'll post regularly, except for when we're doing these projects and we know exactly what's going on. Today we started by talking about the format of presentations, which will begin tomorrow. Each presentation will be just 2 to 3 minutes, and if they're including part of the song they're featuring, then that'll be another 2 to 3 minutes. We also showed this video about how to embed a video and set the time at which the video will begin and end. The instructions here are from an older version of Google Chrome, so it's a little bit different. Here it talks about clicking on video properties or something. Now when you embed a video, you click on it with 2 fingers. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And then there will pop up a bunch of options like you just saw, and one of them will be format options. Choose format options, and then you'll see some playback options pop up, and that's where you'll want to be. Let's go to the second slide. Same goals and same measuring stick we've had for quite a while now. We're trying to prove that we know something about poetry and are employable, and we proved employability by working well within a group, and we improved our understanding of poetry by being able to analyze poetry and popular culture, so picking apart song lyrics for the most part. At the end of class today, students will click on this link and provide a link to their presentation. This link is only accessible to students and teachers within the district, so you have to have a Saline Hornets or a Saline Schools email address to be able to access this link. Once they're in there, students can just post a link to the slideshow in there. I think most groups have already done that. Please make sure you have also adjusted the sharing settings by clicking the blue button in the upper right hand corner. I guess it's a yellow button now, I don't know. But clicking that share button and making sure that I am at least a commenter. Also, we spoke about journals today. I met with all of Team A and all 4 of my hours. And we said that for Team A, B, and C, journal number 2 is due Wednesday. Team 2 needed a little bit of explanation. Team A needed a little bit of explanation on what that journal was like and how to complete it. Team C and B should be able to complete it without any explanation. They're just looking for examples of literary devices and terms. For all groups, journal number 0 is due later, and by later I mean late January. I keep saying late June, but that's not accurate. Probably the 25th or 26th of January we will turn in that final journal. It's journal number 0, the ongoing one. Some students are struggling with it, and those are usually students who are not reading much, and that particular journal requires looking for literary devices or elements across a whole book. So it's often looking for things that don't show up in a chapter. You got to think about the whole text at once. My students who are not doing reading, whether using the time in class or reading on their own, are really struggling with that, which makes perfect sense. So work on journal number 2, continue working on journal number 0, and make sure your presentation is linked in and shared in there so that we can begin those presentations. Tomorrow we launch into writing about a historical event, so we're moving on from poetry into informational writing, and I look forward to that experience with my students. Talk to you later.